Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Sunday Afternoon Rotor Talk Live. We are live. Hope everyone is having a great Sunday. Do a little bit of housekeeping here. So hope everybody's enjoying the day. It's about 92 degrees outside and wonderfully humid. It's Florida being Florida right now. That's all I can say. So again, hope everybody's doing well. One of the public service announcements, I'm actually going to post it in the chat here as soon as I get it up here. Okay. It's not letting me do the whole thing, so I'm going to split this up here. Well, it looks like my dearest one is on here. Okay. What I'm doing here, guys, this is the I set up a new link. Good afternoon, Rick. Casper, welcome to the show. Black Ops, welcome. Trevor, welcome. Chris, welcome. What I just posted up here is it's a link to my Dropbox account. For those of you, I went ahead and I extended the deadline to this Friday. I do have a few videos, and thank you to those of you that have actually sent the videos in. But the link that I just posted right there, I'm also going to post it in the description on the video once this one we're done. Welcome from Germany. Hello, Fortnite. Welcome. Thank you for coming this afternoon. Appreciate it. So that link is a direct link to my Dropbox. You post your 1 minute or less video, post the name that you would like the account to be under. About the MP2, you think it'd be a Mavic Air Pro? We're going to get to that in just a minute. Indra, welcome. Greetings from Holland. Thank you for joining this afternoon. Appreciate that. We're going to talk about that in just a minute here. But to finish up, you got 1 week. You can submit those. I need the name you would like on your video, the drone that you used, and where you shot it from, a 1 minute or less. So like to see some more entries before I compile my video for next weekend. So number one topic we're going to talk about today is the Autel Evo. Now, if you remember, tomorrow is 0 hour for the Autel Evo. June 25th is the actual release date. And if you're like me, you've been watching a lot of the videos on the Evo. Several out there have had them, and they've been testing them. And, you know, the known issues, the horizon tilt is a known issue. One of the other things is both the apps are still, well, the Android app is in beta. It's not 100% yet. And the iOS app, from what I'm hearing, Apple has not released that yet. So, you know, you're looking at, you know, it's interesting coming out of the gate with this. Welcome from Norway. How are you this afternoon? It's this afternoon here in the States, so I'm sure it's evening over there. So appreciate it, because I know it's a different time zone, and you guys are making the effort to tune in. Jeremiah, welcome. Thank you for. Yeah, Ken and Billy were pretty rough on her. Yeah, they were, Black Ops. Yeah, I've been watching those videos. You know, my concern here, and you have to understand something. You got to give some props to Original Dovo, Ken. You got to understand, testing a drone down here in Florida is brutal. And when I say brutal, it's brutal. Steve Carpenter, welcome to the show this afternoon. Thank you for joining. It's brutal it's brutal here in Florida right now. I mean, it's 92. The humidity's about the same. Summer is 100% full in swing, and it's hard. It's hard going out. Not physically hard for you as a drone reviewer to go out there and test this, and it's hard on the machines too. And yeah, it did not handle wind well, Mike. You're absolutely right. It did not, and you know, that's a concern. They had talked about it handling I guess like 30-mile-an-hour wind, and from what Ken and Billy said, it was the wind was very negligible. So wow. I mean, coming out of the gate like this, ooh, I want Autel to succeed. Let me say this before we go another step any further. Autel succeeding is a win for all of us, and we need them to succeed because that's going to push DJI to be better with their products and so forth. And we really need them to amp it up here. So tomorrow's 0 hour, and I've been watching. I'm on. Some of you are probably on Autel Workshop. That's a group that Ken Dono created, and I was looking at it as well too. And he's still he hasn't heard anything from them. Comparisons like an employee that's in orientation versus one who's already vested in the company. Black Ops, that's a good that's a good comparison. These comparisons are actually kind of hard to do right now. And I also got a feel for Ken as well too, because he only has one battery. So he's really limited. He can only go out there for about 22 minutes or so, do his test, and then he has to charge that battery again. You're right, Steve. It is. Competition is what makes us better, and we need Autel to succeed. We need them to do well. And from what I'm hearing, and I think a lot of people are real frustrated, customer service. I'm hearing from some of my other friends who have and subscribers who have ordered Evos, and Autel is being kind of mum. They're not really giving out a whole lot of information. And tomorrow's the 0 hour. It's the 25th, and it's supposed to drop tomorrow. I mean, it's big box stores like Best Buy is supposed to have them available online. I imagine Amazon will as well. And some of the retailers have already gotten them, like Carolina Drones. So it's a concern. It's a concern, and they need to. The horizon tilt needs to get addressed primarily. I mean, they had some issues with that with the X-Star Premium. Battery is better on the Mavic than the Evo, Jeremiah. Yeah, that's what it showed. That was an okay test. I mean, there wasn't any wind. That was done in a garage, and I understand the reasoning for them going behind that. Yeah, more competition is more price drop. Absolutely, and I agree 100%. That's just we need that. The whole market needs that, and I'm also going to say the one thing I was expecting it to be better than it was. I've not liked what I've seen from Autel so far as well, Don. I mean, they've had all this time, and it's a head scratcher. What has been going on with this, and I can't even begin to figure it out. And I said before, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Autel has had unbelievable amounts of time, and Autel's hardware, from owning an X-Star Premium, they build top-notch hardware. I can say that physically from what I've seen in looking at all these videos. 2-year-old product to a super new product. It's like apples and oranges to do that. And you also got to remember too, like I said, Ken is really, I mean, he's having to let that thing cool down, charge it up, going through these cycles, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot to do that. So, wow, there's a lot going on there, guys. It's just absolutely crazy. My bottom line is, Autel makes great hardware. High heat and humidity may be having a hard time. You're right, Steve. I know, what was it? Somebody had told me, I think Ken, Original Dobo, he had a battery issue with his X-Star Premium, and they gave him a new battery. I actually had one too, and sight unseen, they didn't even ask me to send the old one back. They got me a new one. Like I said, James, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining this afternoon. Their hardware, I think, is top notch. I think, their Achilles heel has been their software, and I was really hoping that they would have come out of the gate with this. And as far as I know, Autel doesn't sell to EU, if that's true. Yeah, Casper. What they did was, and if you remember, they changed it so they took one of the two frequencies off, because that one other frequency is apparently used over in the UK and Europe for paramedics and first responders. So yeah, he really has. He's done a great job with that, and I'm concerned he's going to wear out that battery. That's, you know, especially here, like, you know, that heat and humidity, it's a real kicker. And the real proper way to do that, and what I do is, you know, after I fly the Mavic Pro, and even before I charge them, I bring them in the house and I let them cool down before I even put them on the charger. You know, and that's a big mistake that a lot of people make, is they put those batteries on when they're hot, and that's just bad news. You know, Rick Smith from Drone Valley, he put together a great video, and I think it was on the care. He called it the care and the feeding of, I think, of Mavic Pro batteries, but still it applies to all these batteries in general because the principles are the same. So, but yeah, you know, him only having one battery, and then Autel not being able to get new secondary batteries. Ooh, wow, that makes this testing twice as hard. So kudos to Ken and his testing. That's fantastic. It really is. So, you know, that's where we're at with the Evo right now. I'm really hoping, you know, within the next day or two, you know, that they bust out with a firmware update to take care of the horizon tilt issue. You know, they had that issue with the X-Star Premium, and I'm hoping that they can get it resolved here with the Evo, because it looks like a great unit. And I've talked to somebody who you probably saw, Georgie Hernandez McLeod. I think I got your name right, Georgie. She's a United States Marine, and my hat's off to her for serving her country. Thank you, Georgie, if you're watching this. But she had an experience in being able to fly that. Yeah, those batteries need a normal room temperature for charging, and you know, I hope Ken's doing that. I think he knows. I know he knows to do that, but I hope he just doesn't feel you know, under the gun to get that done. I mean, I just you know, I think he does, and I think the last thing he wants is to have that battery go south on him, because that's the only one he has right now. So, but all in all, you know, I like what I've seen. I've liked some of the video that I've seen. Some of it has looked real crisp and clear. You know, the 4K video looks great. Yeah, Rick, you're right. Software should not be a problem. It's, you know, and that's the thing with Autel. They had, and if you know any history about it with the X-Star Premium, there are a lot of long-suffering Autel X-Star Premium owners that had to wait months, and I mean months, for an update. So, so yeah, it's just, you know, it's frustrating. It's frustrating if you're waiting for a software update, whereas, you know, with DJI, it seems like every other week there's a firmware update coming out, or they'll see, and of course, you know, it's the whole thing of having resources. You know, DJI has the resources to be able to handle that. So, I'm going to switch gears here just a little bit. You know, the forgotten stepchild, we'll get to the Mavic Pro 2 here in just a minute. But the forgotten stepchild right now is the Parrot Anafi. You know, you don't hear anybody talking about it, but if you're out there on YouTube, you probably have seen a lot of videos of the Anafi, and these are from people over in Europe, in France, I believe too. Drone Jock, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining this afternoon. Over, and I don't know about the UK, but I know over in Europe, they've released the Parrot Anafi, and people are buying it and they're flying it and seeing some great videos. Not hearing a lot in terms of anything negative or bad about it. That's a cool little drone. $697. I think you get a lot for it. I mean, and it's very portable. And a lot of people were trying to compare it to the Mavic Pro, and I'm like, no, that's more comparable to a Mavic Air in terms of its size and its capabilities. Rodney, welcome this afternoon. Loved your last video. Fantastic, guys. If you have not, Rod Piker, subscribe to his channel if you haven't. He lives in beautiful Northern Ireland, and he just puts out some fantastic videos. And not only that, with some great music. And today he put some history behind it. So Rodney, I hope I don't embarrass you by giving you a shout out, but you deserve it. You put some great videos together, and I know all you guys do, but Rodney especially. So, oh, you're welcome. That's not like the Pro. Yeah, you're right, Casper. You're absolutely right. Yeah, just absolutely great. So, you know, I think the Anafi is going to do well because it fits a market here that's, you know, it's at a good price point. And I don't know how many of you guys saw Captain Drone. He's from Canada. Steve's his real name. He just put out a great video on the Mavic Pro 2, and he talked about $300 price point, a $300 price point difference between the different models, and how, you know, how he segmented it out. He put together a fantastic chart. And Steve, if you're watching, thank you for watching. And that was great. That chart was absolutely fantastic. But one of the things you learned from that was, you know, as far as the Anafi was concerned, it really fits. It fits a slot that DJI doesn't have. It's right at $700, and you know, just going off of what retail prices are right now. So that's a great slot, number one. And number two, it has some unique features. That 180 camera, I'm dying to take a look at that and get that. Yeah, Captain Drone's good if you guys want to watch him. He has unique Typhoon as well, and has put together some great videos. He really does a good job. So definitely check him out. Absolutely. Yeah, the Anafi will kick butt. Absolutely, Steve. It will. You know, in that segment. I mean, the pricing and the feel on it. I know Billy put out a video on it. He got to go to their launch event, and it looks great. The size, the price, everything. I'm anxious to see more and hear more about that, and I'm anxious for the release when it comes out. Price point for Anafi is bang on the button. Yeah. See, and Drone Jock, that's a good point. And we're going to go back. I'll circle back to the Evo here for a second. You know, that $999 price point for the Evo, I said when, you know, they first talked about that, that's high. It should be lower, and it should be lower to attract more buyers because, you know, the price point will draw in a lot of people. You know, you do some marketing studies, you know, you can have all the best advertising, videos, demos in the world, but the first thing people are going to look at is going to be that price point. If that price point isn't there, Drone Jock, yeah, boom, you know, I'm moving on. Yeah, absolutely. So that's a good point. Thanks for bringing that up. You know, that price, and that's something with the Evo. I really wish they would have thought better about that price point. And the other thing is, you know, and I know a lot of people were really giving Ken a hard time about it, but I don't blame him. He said when he went to talk to them, they were in Orlando, I think in March, Autel was, and they had told him, and they had told people at CES back in January that a case was going to come with it. And there's no case. Now, I have to tell you, when I got the X-Star Premium, it came with a fantastic hard side plastic case. That's what it came in, and it was fantastic. It had room for everything, and it had all your accessories in there. It was just, it had spare props, toolkit in there, extra screws. I mean, you name it, it had it in there. It was fantastic. So I think Autel kind of missed out on that. I really do. Giving away burgers, hot dogs, and sodas for everybody that hits that like button. Mike, that sounds good to me. I could probably use one of those right now myself as well. But no, the Anafi is gonna do a great job, and I'm really excited about that. That's coming up July 2nd, I believe, is when you know, the pre-orders have already been taken, and I think that's when the day it's going to be shipped. So I'm real anxious to see that, and it would be real nice to get my hands on one. I would absolutely love that. Jeremiah, that's a good segue into the next subject, the Mavic Pro 2. As far as a price point is concerned, I'm thinking $13.99 is going to be a good starting point for that, and I know a lot of people are going to go, you know, as far as and that's the first thing. Whenever you talk about price, you know, price is one of those things that really people are like, oh, there's no way I'm not going to pay that much. Duh. You know, it's, well, the first thing that I always say about that, I saw that. I saw that too, JB. Thanks for bringing that up. You know, the first thing that I say is look at the differences. Okay, now we're probably going to be getting, you know, and this is just based on conjecture and speculation. Two models of the Mavic Pro. We're going to have one that's going to have, you know, better qualities and features than the current Mavic Pro, and then we're going to have one with the 1-inch sensors. But look at what you'll get versus what the current Mavic Pro is, and I believe DJI is justified a lot of times in their prices. Now, I thought they priced the Mavic Air, I thought it was $100 high each way for the Fly More combo and for the base unit with the remote. I just thought it was at least $100 too high. I think $13.99 is what it's going to start out at, Jeremiah. I really do. You know, and that's based upon what I've seen and what I've heard regarding the options on the Mavic Pro 2. That's where I think it's coming from. I really think so. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, in DJI, yeah, and I believe, and people are going to say, how do you justify that? Look at the differences. Casper, Mavic Air Pro. You know, I've heard, and that's another thing. We'll talk about this too. I've heard everybody say, oh, it's going to be, like Casper said, a Mavic Air Pro. I've heard Phantom 5. I've heard, oh no, it's going to be called a completely new name. I've heard the gambit. $13.99 for the combo. I think that's going to be base price. I think you'll see about $15.99 for the combo, and people are going to go, they're going to gasp. Yeah, Mike, I hope so. I really do. You know, that's $200 more. And kind of going with Steve, you know, Captain Drone had said with that $300 price point, you know, that would kind of fit in there. You know, maybe $12.99 for the base model and $13.99 for a Fly More. Oh, awesome, Drone Jock. Well, good luck. Do your firmware update and let us know. Chris, it'll be 2,000. You know, I think the Phantom 5 when it comes here. Rodney, yeah, I can see me owning 2 drones after July. Yeah, that's going to be a real possibility. I hope you guys had a chance to catch my video. I know Steve did. I know several, Rick did, on my, you know, selling your current Mavic Pro. And I'm going to tell you this. If you're looking to get a Mavic Pro 2, watch my video. It will give you some points and tips. The Tello 2. That's a good one, Rick. You get a absolute 100% double stars, double thumbs up on that one. I like that. That's fantastic. No, you know, as far as the Mavic Pro 2 is concerned, you know, and your current Mavic Pro, if you're serious about selling it, you need to sell it now. It's each day goes by, the price of that is going to go down, and you're not going to get. And see, one of the nice things about eBay, and I know a lot of people rip eBay, and a lot of people are, oh, Steve Cross, welcome. No, it's always you're always on time, Steve Cross. Thank you for coming aboard. No, you know, now's the time to do it, because the longer you wait, that price is going to drop out. And you know, and a lot of people rip eBay, and yeah, they do take a good chunk of money as far as commission is concerned, but the protections that they offer and PayPal offers are fantastic. And you know, one of the things that you need to do when you're on eBay, now I've been on eBay since 2001. I have over 1,000 positive feedbacks. I had 100% until some idiot left me some bad comments, and it was totally his fault. So, but that's neither here nor there. But one of the things that you look for, and one of the things I look for when I'm selling something to eBay, on eBay, if somebody's paying me on PayPal, one of the things that I do, and this is a tip for you guys, I check the address that's listed on PayPal with the address that's on eBay. And I'll tell you what, I've kicked back so many times I've had something sold and I've kicked that money back to PayPal and I've sent them an email. I said, look, there's an address conflict here. I said, you know, I will only sell it to you if your PayPal address syncs up with your eBay address. I'm sorry. You know, and you can avoid yourself a lot of, yeah, Casper, you know, that's a hard, yeah, it's a hard decision. That's something to take in mind when you're selling things on eBay, is to make sure that that PayPal address lines up with your eBay address. Quite a few times it doesn't, and I'll tell you what, I'll kick them back, and people have gotten upset at me, and I said, look, I said, you know, I need you want protection as a buyer, I want protection as a seller too. That's just pure out, you know, absolutely positive, you know. Wow, Chris, that's fantastic. So, you know, there's a tip for you as far as selling that on eBay is concerned. You know, I would also, you know, if you're going to go, and somebody left this, you know, some other tips. If you sell it locally to somebody, the way to entice that, you know, and to give it a little added zing is maybe give them a free flying lesson for a couple of hours. Delivery confirmation and signature. Absolutely, Jeremiah. I do that all the time, and I haven't, you know, and I ask them, you know, they'll balk about postage, but, you know, I'll say, you know, I got insurance on there. That insurance covers you, and that insurance covers me, you know. And one of the things that I have always done on PayPal is my policy from day one. I signed up in September 2001. What an ominous month. But my policy from day one has been no returns on eBay, and, you know, when I'm selling items on there. And I've stuck to that. And people have tried to challenge me on it. I said, you know what? It's embedded in the listing. It's in there, and it's part of my description. Every single item I list on eBay. So, you know, that's where that goes. But if you sell it locally, I would strongly advise, you know, still using something like a vehicle like PayPal to have some kind of payment proof, and you know, maybe offer them a couple-hour flying lesson for that. You can saves you some postage and get you a little bit more money that way. That's just some thoughts there. But that is coming fast and furious, July 18th. And one of the things, you know, there has been, yes, absolutely, Rodney, no returns with eBay. You know, you have no idea what happens. And that's what I said. Somebody told me way back in 2001, you have no idea who's opened that and what's been done to it. So I said, absolutely no returns, because I might not be able to sell that again. So that's why I said, you know, it's buyer beware, and that's exactly what it is. You know, as far as, you know, the events coming up in July, and Steve Carpenter towards the Phantom X piggy bank. I love that. That's fantastic. Thank you, Steve, very much. Yeah, you know, this whole thing, if I was selling locally, always cash in hand, I'll always show the item working and make sure they're happy before walking away. No coffee fund. Well, dear, you know what? That could be negotiated, okay? There's always negotiation. My wife's on, by the way, guys. Cat 777123. Say hi to Valerie. And oh, by the way, one of these Tuesday nights, I'm going to have her on the show. Hope you guys will be in for a treat. It's just she's going to be on, and we're going to have a good time. So, and I'm expecting a lot of money in that coffee fund for her. So we're going to need that. And it, you know, we're getting closer to New York, and that's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. And I've been in touch. Steve Cross, thank you so much for that. You know, Mavic 2. Yes, Mavic 2. I love that. Thank you again so much, guys. Appreciate that. Coffee fund. Yep, that's what makes, and Rodney, thank you so much. That's what makes my world goes round when my wife has coffee. And it was almost yesterday with her. It was like she had somebody drop some 5-hour energy in her coffee yesterday. So she was a little amped up yesterday, to say the least. So we have a good time. We have a lot of fun. So, did a lot yesterday as far as building the brand of the channel is concerned. I'll be able to share more with you guys later on that. But I think you guys will be excited because we did some things to really help the brand and build a drone reviewer. And I spent a lot of time yesterday afternoon doing that and looking forward to that. And crossing our fingers and looking like we'll be able to get to New York. And I'll tell you what. That's going to be an incredible experience. I've talked to several people who've gone before. I've talked to Billy, Kyle, and I've also talked to Kelly from Ready Set Drones. And they've told me some things, and it's in a different venue each time. So they said pick a hotel, pick any pick your choice of hotel. Of course, Billy drives over from Philadelphia. That's about a 2-hour drive. Now I don't know what 10,000. I don't know about that. Boy, that would be you would have golden status here at Drone Chalk. I'll tell you that was the case. But no, we're looking towards getting things firmed up regarding getting to New York, and want to let you guys know. Yeah, Jeremiah. No, she really does. We buy a lot of we buy Starbucks bag coffee at the store and bring it home. So not there. Coffee plus 5-hour energy. You must have been going. She was, Steve. I'm telling you, her lips were moving faster than the words were coming out. So, wow, yeah. That's all I can say on that one. No, as far as getting to New York on VPN. So I think it's getting confused. Okay. As far as New York City is concerned, I want to let you guys know you're going to have unbelievable coverage from not only myself, but my wife. She'll be going with me, and we're really looking forward to this. It's going to be a fantastic time there. I'm hopeful of meeting people like Rick Smith from Drone Valley, Kelly from Ready Set Drone. Obviously, Billy will be there. I think Ken Dono said he's going to be there. Also looking forward to meeting Hay Castellou. I hope you guys had a chance to watch that. Hay is runs a fantastic page, Drone DJ. And Hay, if you're watching, thank you for watching today. I appreciate that, or watching the rebroadcast. Hay runs a fantastic site called Drone DJ, and you need to sign up for his newsletter. Get that yes, Rodney, we are. And make a team camera. Welcome this afternoon. Thank you for joining. We're looking forward to this, and you're going to get Leopold. Welcome. Thank you for joining this afternoon. We're looking forward to it. We'll be getting in Tuesday. The event's on Wednesday, and we'll be leaving Thursday. So we'll be staying 2 nights there, and we found a place pretty reasonable. It's kind of near Times Square, but who knows? We don't know where the event's at yet. So that remains to be seen how far of a cab ride we'll have there. So, but we're looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the trip out there. We got to get up. Our flight's out. I think it's like at 5:30 in the God blessed a.m. Oh, we got to be at the airport probably like at 3:30. Oh my gosh, that's going to be fantastic. But it's a one-way flight. It's Southwest from here, straight to LaGuardia. So, I'm hoping, yeah, that'll all go well. We got all the plans squared away, and we're going to shoot a lot of video that day. I'm probably going to go live from there after the announcement, just to kind of give you guys a quick update. I know it'll be live streamed from DJI, and I encourage all you guys to watch that. Yeah, thank you, JB. Count on that. If bandwidth permits, I'll do a live stream from inside there. If not, I will do one Tuesday night. It'll be kind of like a special edition, Rotor Talk Live. It's going to be great. I think it's fantastic. And one of the things I can tell you guys, and I think if you watched the broadcast when I had Hay on this week, and if you guys get a chance, I'll say it again. Hay is fantastic. You definitely sign up for Drone DJ. Make sure you get on his list, and also on Facebook. He's had a run-in with Droning On. And I don't know if you guys heard of Droning On or not, but Droning On is very anti-Autel, and anybody that supports them, they go out there and they attack them. And Hay kind of has supported Autel before, so he's been kind of hit with some hard reviews, and this was instigated by Droning On. So I say this not as a gossip, but we don't need this negativity in the drone community. We're all together. We're all part of this wonderful family of drone owners, and we just absolutely, that's something that I will always stand up against. I've blocked Droning On from both YouTube and on my Twitter account as well. So Nico, thank you for joining this afternoon. Just giving you guys a heads up. Go out to Drone DJ's Facebook page and give him some good reviews because he got leveled out there. He really did. And Hay is a good guy. I'll tell you that right now. Absolutely looking forward to meeting him when we go out there. And he absolutely knows all the right people, and that's fantastic. Rick, for the New York trip. Wow, your generosity is just overwhelming. Thank you so much. We'll be doing our best, and I promised you guys. We're gonna have I'm gonna have to take a couple of battery packs with me to keep our phones going, so we can get some great video. I'm gonna have some hands-on time, sure, with the product. Whatever, I'm just gonna call it the product from now. But it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be something I'm really looking forward to. And also at that time, you'll hopefully be seeing part of what I was talking about building the brand for BillTheDroneReviewer, and it's going to be exciting. And hopefully, it's going to trickle down. You guys will see it, and want to get you guys involved with that as well too. I'm looking forward to that. One of the things I'm looking forward to is getting some T-shirts together and have them at a reasonable price. I don't want to gouge you guys for that. And also get some stickers as well. I know those have gone over. Kelly has told me those have gone over very well for his channel. The T-shirts, especially the stickers, being able to hand those out. So I'm working on that right now, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. And looked at some color schemes and got some things figured out. That's part of the branding. So, but look forward to it. You'll see part of it on display when we're live on the 18th. And by the way, that's going to be a very happy birthday present for me. My birthday's on Monday, the 16th. Chris, thank you so much. It'll be cooler in New York for you. More coffee. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. We're gonna keep you guys up to date. I promise you that. Supposedly our hotel has super fast Wi-Fi, so that will be good. Ian, thank you for joining. No problem. Thank you for showing up. We're hopeful with that super fast Wi-Fi that I can be able to do a live stream that night from the hotel room. That should be fun, and we're looking forward to that. We may go out. We get in on the 17th early before check-in. We'll probably drop off our luggage at the hotel and maybe do just a tad bit of sightseeing near where our hotel is. Not much, because I don't want to get ourselves wiped out, because you get to New York, you can very easily get wiped out. July 16th, Rick, yes, that is my birthday. I turn, and I'm going to, there it is. It's the big 6-0. So everybody say hi to Ian. Ian is, I can't say enough about him. It was fantastic meeting Ian and his wife and daughter, and got to wave to his son. All you guys are great supporters, but it's nice to be able to do that. No, Mike, I'm having the second anniversary of my 30th birthday. Second anniversary of my 30th birthday. That's how I'm referring to it. And another one of my presents is my daughter and my son-in-law are flying down the weekend to stay the weekend. That's one of my fantastic birthday presents. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. I haven't seen my daughter since she got married in September last year, and I got a great son-in-law. So that's gonna be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, this weather. And one of the things in Florida, you don't realize it, but you think because you're in an air-conditioned environment, you're okay. You still need to drink. Oh, that is cool, Rick. The 15th. That is absolutely, positively cool. Well, my younger son, Peter, his birthday is on the 24th, and Valerie's is on the 8th. So ours are just about a week apart. So we kind of we'll have a celebratory time out that weekend when my daughter and her husband come down. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully get my stepdaughter to come over too. We'll have a good time. They're looking forward to that, and I'm anxious to see them. And that'll be a wonderful birthday present. My second anniversary, my 30th birthday. I learned that when I turned 50. It was the second anniversary of my 25th birthday. That sounds a whole lot more palatable. Absolutely, Steve. Smash that like button. Absolutely. That's about all I had for today as far as what we're covering here. You know, we talked about the Evo, and it's being 0 hour tomorrow morning, and hopefully, you know, we'll hear something regarding firmware and those apps being ready. You know, we talked a little bit about how the testing's been going, and you know, Original Dobo's Ken has been really putting it through its paces, and kudos to him for all that. You know, we talked a little bit about the Anafi, and it's just at a right price point. It's just at a fantastic price point. Absolutely love where that's at. I think that's great, and I think that will be that's going to be a real winner. And I'm anxious to test one. You know, that's going to be fantastic. And then of course, you know, we talked about the event and the Mavic Pro 2 and what's coming up with that. You know, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think DJI, and I know you guys have said that, Ian, great to spend time with family for the birthday. But oh wow, grandchildren 1 and 4 this week. Well, happy birthday to your grandchildren, Ian. That especially that's a fun time when they're, you know, those young birthdays up until even in the teens. It's always a great time. Now it's like thank you that I woke up in the morning. Okay, that's how I look at it. Yeah, a senior citizen discount, Jeremiah. I love that. They have I did live in Ohio for some time, and I think when you turn 60 up there, they have a golden Buckeye card. So I don't know. Yeah. My 3rd anniversary or 30th birthday too. but +5 on the 17th. Yeah. I like that, Steve. I like that. That's good. That's fantastic. You know, it's been a good day today. I've had a good day. Looking forward to a good week. You know, we'll have Tuesday night Rotor Talk Live. I'm trying to line up a couple of guests. We'll probably just have a solo show on Tuesday night. Do some more talking. Not a snowflake chance in hell the Evo will be fixed tomorrow. Steve, you're probably right. Just, you know, it's going to come out and it's not ready. And that, you know, that just, you know, we'll close with this. You know, that's a disappointment. Autel has had a lot of time, and Autel, if you're watching, you know, you're a great company. You know, dedicate your resources and get this issue fixed, because, you know, otherwise you're going to go the way of the GoPro karma. I mean, it's just, I don't want that, and nobody wants that. Everybody wants you to succeed. Everybody wants you to do well. You know, we're all pulling for you. Yeah, Rodney. You know, a lot of people said, you know, we're talking about the Osmo 2 for a camera, not for a smartphone. And, you know, and I've heard all kind of wild stuff. I've heard of Spark 2, okay? And I said, well, ladies and gentlemen, the Spark 2 came out back in January. It's called the Mavic Air. So there's your Spark 2 right there. You know, I'm about 99% sure it's going to be the Mavic Pro 2, and we'll look forward to seeing that. As always, if you guys ever have any questions, post this, you know, leave them in the comments for me, or definitely email me. That is the absolute total 100% best way of getting hold of me, is to email me at BillTheDroneReviewer. You know, I look at that all the time, and I have that up on my, I have a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 or 8. Yeah, Note 9. I wish. Yeah, we want the Evo to succeed. Yeah, if it's not a drone, yeah, it's going to be a drone, Steve. Yeah, absolutely is. Oh, and one of the other things I wanted to talk about before we close here, you may remember Hay, and I was talking to him. There's a press-only event on July 11th that Hay's invited to, and he'll be under an embargo after that, which means, you know, it's a non-disclosure agreement. He can't talk about it, and it'll be a hands-on time, get to see it, test it, you know, hopefully in cages and whatnot. But I'm not cold. That's right, Indra. That is absolutely right. That's the way to go as far as that's concerned. You know, John, that may be possible. I know Hay won't do that. Hay's a very reputable person, but they actually did. And let me tell, I don't know if you guys heard this, but he went out there and they tried different combinations of Mavic Air as far as URLs concerned on DJI's website, and he found it. And then DJI saw that someone had found it, but he took a screenshot of it. So that's why there was kind of, they didn't have that event, because, you know, that information had already come out. So that's how Hay found the Mavic Airs, which I thought was very interesting. And I give him some points on that, but there's still nothing on the FCC Grant ID database regarding that at all. So just thought I'd pass that on to you guys. If you guys haven't seen that, please watch that video. Video I just put out. It's a great video. If you're getting ready to sell your Mavic Pro, definitely give it a watch. And if you guys have any questions at all regarding eBay and how to sell things, shoot me an email. I will be happy to answer them. You know, I know a lot about drones. I even know more about eBay. You know, I've been with them since 2011. So I've been with them 17 years. And I've sold thousands of items, and I bought a lot of items too, but I've sold more than I bought, which is a good thing. So definitely tune in Tuesday night for Rotor Talk Live. I got a couple other videos coming out this week. Probably going to do one on the Parrot, because nobody's been talking about the Parrot, and I think it deserves. I just think it deserves some kudos and some time to talk about it. Yeah, we do hope so there, Mark. You will not hear anything from a DJI reviewer. You're right, Rick. You know, none of them, you know, like, hey, you're not going to hear it from them. So it's going to have to be somebody else that it's going to come out from. So it's going to be real interesting if we hear anything or not. So hope you guys have an enjoyable rest of your day. You know, it's been great. I've been enjoying this time. I'm trying to keep the shows a little shorter. It's 45 minutes now. I'm going to give back to you the rest of the day. Thank you guys for your support, for Rick, for Steve, you know, for Mike, all you guys, you know, moderators. Thank you. And make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so as well. Love to have you on board. We are growing like crazy. I got over 100 new subscribers this last week. You know, that number inching towards 3,000, which is fantastic. Have an enjoyable rest of your day. We will see you all Tuesday night. And in the interim, you have anything, please don't hesitate to email me at BillTheDroneReviewer.com. Thanks, guys, and have a great evening.